When a disaster hits, everything can just fall into darkness. It's chaos. And in those moments, what people really need is a guiding light, a beacon to show the way through the storm. So today, let's talk about what it actually takes to build that beacon. We're going to dive into an organization that was designed to be that exact kind of beacon. This is an explainer on DR Solutions, a group that was literally born from a crisis with a single mission: to serve. So, where did an idea like this even come from? Well, it wasn't dreamed up in some quiet, comfortable boardroom. Nope. This idea was forged right in the heart of an unbelievable natural disaster. Four. Think about that number. Four major hurricanes slammed into Florida in just 2 months back in 2004. I mean, the sheer force of that was overwhelming. But that relentless storm revealed something else, a deeper problem. The response system itself was broken. Agencies weren't talking to each other, coordination was a mess. It was just chaos. It became painfully clear that a whole new kind of disaster response was needed, something mobile, self-sufficient, and built for real teamwork. Now, what's really interesting to me is the time gap you see here. The seed of the idea was planted in the chaos of 2004, right? But it took 8 full years of work and planning before DR Solutions officially became a nonprofit in 2012. This tells you it wasn't some knee-jerk reaction. It was a careful, deliberate process to build something that would actually last. So, the organization is official. Now what? Well, they put together a mission that was aimed squarely at filling those gaps they saw all those years earlier. And here it is. Their mission really has 2 parts. First, they provide real, tangible help, solutions for the groups that often get overwhelmed: small businesses, charities, even government agencies. And the second part is just as important. They get out into the community and educate people on how to get ready before a disaster even shows up on the radar. But here's the part that's a total game changer, the thing that really sets them apart. They decided from the get-go that all of their services, all of their software, everything they do would be completely free. This means that getting help never depends on your budget, which is a massive relief for organizations when they're at their absolute breaking point. That is a powerful mission, right? But how do they actually make it happen? They built their whole operation on 4 main pillars, which together create this really comprehensive support system. It's actually a pretty smart setup. They split everything into 2 big buckets. On one side, you've got disaster preparedness, all the stuff you do before the storm, and on the other side, you've got disaster response, what you do during and after. And then each of those buckets is broken down into both education or software and actual hands-on services. So let's look at that preparedness side. Their education program is all about empowering people, families, students, anyone with life-saving skills like CPR and first aid. Then the services program goes a step further. They work one-on-one with small businesses and crucial places like childcare centers to help them create official emergency action and business continuity plans. They're basically building a stronger, more resilient community from the ground up. And then, when disaster does hit, their response programs kick into high gear. They have a software team that builds custom tools, like their flagship Lighthouse project, to help manage the chaos of an incident. At the same time, their service teams deploy right into the middle of the disaster zone, bringing expertise to run critical hubs like supply distribution points or centers to organize volunteers. Okay, so we've got the mission, we've got the method, but who are the actual people making all this happen? Honestly, this might be the most remarkable part of their whole story. Every single person, from the folks on the board of directors all the way down to the teams wading through floodwaters, every member of DR Solutions is a volunteer. There isn't a single paid position in the entire organization. This whole incredible engine is powered by nothing but people choosing to give their time and their skills because they believe in the mission. And please, do not mistake volunteer for unorganized. These guys run a tight ship. They have a clear, professional structure. Each of those 4 programs we talked about has a director, and under them are project managers and team leaders. This isn't just for show. It's a system built for one reason: to be incredibly effective and accountable, so they can plug right into official command structures when they get the call. And that whole professional setup is guided by a really strong set of values. It's clear they see their work as a vital community service. It's all about respect, integrity, and being careful with the resources they're given. But really, it all boils down to one simple, powerful goal: to relieve suffering and help people heal. So, what's the ultimate goal here? Where is all of this hard work, all this structure, all this passion actually headed? Well, it's all driving toward a very clear and ambitious vision for the future. And look at that, we're right back at the lighthouse. Their vision is a world where all citizens, not just some, are educated and ready for a disaster, and where every single organization has the resources it needs to do its job when things get tough. This isn't just about responding to the next storm. It's about building a society that's fundamentally stronger and more resilient. The story of DR Solutions really shows us what's possible. It takes that clear mission, a smart structure, and of course, the incredible passion of volunteers. And it leaves us with one last really important question to think about. What does it truly take to build a prepared community right where you live?